So I have a lot to share today. I will be showing you how to make DIY paper flowers. This is from my Christmas line. It's completely done by, I did this one. I just did these freehand kinda. Simple bows. Like I'm going to show you the simplest way to make bows so that if you don't have a die cut, you don't need a die cut, you don't need your machine. Bows in all different sizes. I've used my washi tape. This is just my pink. I used my reflection line because I love my pinks. You guys, I did a big bow just to show you, like just a paper bow. I'm not going to wear my bows. I love paper bows. And I'm going to show you, look how cute this is. Just look how cute. This is like, and by the way, they're not perfect. I just do my own bows. I like paper bows. I like anything with paper. I think I'm just like love to create. Like it gives me joy. It like planning and creating and interior design, like being a mother. I think about all the things that fulfill me. I think we have to find the things that fulfill us. Here's the thing about bows. They're so easy to make. I love paper bows, and so I'm just addicted to certain things. And so washi tape, you really don't need much. You need a trimmer or scissors. Like if, you know, I would say a trimmer just because you want it to be even, and you're gonna need, so you're gonna want your trimmer, you're gonna want your scissors. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people, when they're making paper bows, they like to do, what do you call these? Glue sticks. I don't use glue sticks because I don't want my bows to come apart. So I use double-sided tape. You don't have to use red line. This is extreme. You could just use your double-sided tape. The other thing that I like to use, and here's just, I'm just grabbed 3. This is my cheetah, leopard, my gold, and this is just washi tape. There's my marble washi tape. I love, so, oh, for example, that's what I meant. So I use, this is the gold washi tape that I used for the center of my bows. I'm going to show you the simple bows first, but I just want to show you after I teach these. This one here is, there's lots of different loops. This is a double-sided, I love double-sided paper, and so this is just my Christmas story. It was red and black on one side, and so I'm going to show you how to make these. This is a larger, you can decide what size you want. This bow here, I'm even going to measure it, you guys. It's pretty big. This one is, how big is this one? This is, wow, it's 6 inches wide. This is a big one.
That's
so if you want a big one and you want to add these to your gifts or your gift bags, or, you know, we've done a lot of those things. You could do that. And then this one here, let's see, it looks like I did this one about 4.5 inches. And this is, I just used my reflections paper, and I did, on this one's a little bit different. I did these really fun little, you can I did it on purpose to kind of show you the back of this, so you can decide if you like this or if that's, you know, but you could always put something there if you don't want to have that. So that's the back of this one. So I'm going to show you how to make these, but first I'm going to show you very, very simply how to make the bows. Bows, and they can come in so many different sizes, and it really is super easy to do these, and you can kind of decide what size bow you want to do. And so I thought what I would do is I would just show you how to make those, and then you can kind of decide if one of these, you know, and as you're practicing with it, you can see, you know, what you want. So I'm just going to move these to the side here. And I'm going to take, one thing I love about this is that you can just use your remnants of your paper. So for example, this is Reflections. It's got the gray on the one side, and you're just going to take, you know what? Since I've already made one out of this, this is the same paper line. Sorry about that. I'm actually going to do the dots. I'm going to do the dots, okay? So this is the same paper line. And this was extra, you guys, this was just a piece of, this is just for reference. You don't have, this is 3 inches by 12 inches. You can do any size you want, okay? So you're just going to take your paper, and this is 12 inches. It could be 8 inches. By the way, these are 8 inches. So I just wanted to point out that if you don't want it as wide, this one was 8 inches. and then I fold it over. So this is 12 inches, so this is gonna make a little bit bigger. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take whatever size you decide to do width, and then you're gonna score it, fold it in half. So this one here, again, this was 12 inches by 3 inches. Again, you can do whatever you want, whatever feels good for you. So then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your scissors. Now some people will go, this gives me anxiety, because you're gonna say, I need a template. So what I do, and you can always go back and cut more. So what I do is I go and I actually like to start on the folded side, I should say. So I like to start on the folded side, but you don't have to. And then I go and I cut my bow, and I just kind of go, and I'm gonna cut it into like the shape of, let's say like an eye, like an eyeball or something, okay? Now, I cut this, you can see, you know, I've got this going here, got this on the one side, I have this here. Now, what I could do is I could take this and I could just mimic, take this piece here, and I could mimic the other side, right? Now, when I do that, I like to take a paper clip so that it holds it in place. Now, you don't have to do this. You could freehand it too, but I kind of just do this so I get a general, about the same size, if that makes sense. So I'm just, and of course it's not perfect. My bows are never perfect. And a lot of times, even when I use this guide, we'll see what happens. Because a lot of times, okay, here we have these, we have this. And a lot of times it's, you know, it's not gonna match exactly. So, and that's okay. Okay, so I can see right here, I might trim this just a little bit here. Okay, so now what I have here is I've created a bow right here. And I love this. I love this polka dot paper. This was just a plain white on the back of my sheet of paper. And then what I do, again, a lot of people will just use, you know, they'll use their glue stick. For me, I don't like my bows to come undone, and I literally love to put bows on packaging. And so I just take it, and this is what I do. I cut off about 1 inch, and I put it right in the center because it was folded over. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your right side of your bow, and I just line it up, and I glue that down. See, and this is why I like to do this. I find like it just holds it. But if you wanna use, to save money, especially with little kids and stuff, I get it. You know, you don't have to use your really good tape. And I'm gonna fold this over. Now, some people like to overlap theirs. I just line those both up, and I press those down. And you guys, I have created a bow. It's that simple, Brian.
Well, I
so
I'd use my Teresa stapler on that. That's just me.
Well, you could use your stapler on that too. So Brian is saying he would use the stapler, which is completely, you could totally do that. In fact, I'm gonna get my stapler out just because, like he just said, he would use the Teresa Collins gold stapler on this, which you can. And on some of these, on this one, I actually did. So I can show that method too. Okay, so then you have this. And with these papers now, I could take this, and I'm just gonna, by the way, you could use your trimmer, but I'm just doing this freehand just to show you that it does not have to be perfect. Now, you could go and you could say, okay, I want the center of my bows to be a paper. And you could just, what you would do is you would cut your paper, and you're gonna wrap it around, and then you have, and you would glue this down, you guys. I'm not gonna glue it down just to kind of show you, but then you could go, okay, this all matches, okay, you guys, this all would match, and I could glue this down. Now, and that's so simple to do. You just cut your piece out, and it's really what you wanna do. But you may say, you know what, I really want to add some gold, or I want to do something else. And so this is just one, this is the very last remnants of one of my washi tape. Or you may go, I want to add washi tape. So you could then take your washi tape and you could glue that down. I'm just, oh, sorry, I moved that out of, you're like, can I see this, please? So I could take my washi tape. Let me just undo this. This is just the Teresa Collins washi tape. And this is one of the thinner ones. And you can glue this down. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this around. I'm going to show you how to do this. Now, because I don't want my washi tape to come undone, just because washi tape, oops, see how the glitter doesn't like to tape to the glitter. So little advice. So then what I do, are you laughing at me, Brian Weber?
No.
Okay, so here we go. So this right here, is the double-sided tape. So then, look how pretty that is, you guys. But then you could go, oh, and you could decide, you could make, like, for example, I could have used my thicker, if, you know, let's just add thicker. Let's pretend that we don't like this.
That's exactly what I was thinking of, by the way. The
What?
thick gold one right
The
there.
thick one,
Boom.
the thick is perfect, like right here. Yeah, so that actually was, I cut some of that off to not be as wide. But this is a bigger bow, you guys, so let's just go ahead and do that too. You're right. So I'm going to do a little bit thicker on this one just to show, like, these are so nice. You guys, you're having a birthday party, you know, and you want to, or a, you know, something really fun, like you can add these bows to that. So I really like that. I like adding these to gifts. I like adding these to paper plates. I think they're really cute to put in paper plates. And so simple. So that is how you do bows. Now, if you wanted to do a smaller bow, I'm just going to kind of show you a really small bow, you guys. Oh gosh. As I cut, let's pretend that I'm very, very, you know, that I did a straight line. We're going to pretend like I did. So you guys, the method works the same. You're just going to fold it over. You're going to take it and you're going to start, I do the folded in and I just go and I cut it into the shape of like an eyeball or a bow, whatever you want to. And then I'm going to take this over. And again, I could just take this and line this up, just if that makes sense. Let's see if that, I think sometimes I do it the wrong side. That's the side I want. Okay, here we go. And I'm not even, I don't know where my paper clip went, but let's just pretend. I'm just going to use this as a guide only. But sometimes when you cut this, by the way, sometimes it looks like it's not even and it doesn't match. And don't worry about that. You can just, I'm going to take that off. I'm just going to do this by hand. Okay, I'm just going to do this. So I'm doing the bow thing. Oh, perfect. I did this. So look, guys, if you don't like the shape of it and it doesn't kind of match the other side, just play with it a little bit because it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so now I have a bow. Now this is much smaller, obviously, than this bow. So the same thing again, and I'm going to do exactly what Brian said. So you're going to fold it in to the center, and you can literally take your stapler. I even have my name on it. Don't try to steal it, Brian Weber. Do we even have these on the website?
Yeah.
Okay, we do. Okay.
I use that thing every single day.
I know. Brian uses, this is what he does. So I did do 2. So here's another thing you can do if you don't want to use tape. You can use your stapler. Look how cute that is. Okay, so that's actually my back side, or it could be my front side. You can see here. So this is with the stapler because Brian wanted to do that. So you guys, what about leopard? Don't we want leopard? Oh, I just ripped that. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to do my leopard, even though I ripped it a little bit, you guys. I'm going to take my leopard washi tape. Now, since this is kind of a smaller washi tape, I'm actually going to cut my washi tape in half instead of using how wide it is. Perfect. And then I'm going to take it. And so this is a great way to use your washi tape. Oops, here we go. Washi tape around the bow. Hopefully this makes sense. And then there was a little bit of the, I'm going to cut that off. Here we go. Okay. Cut that. There. Okay. Look how cute that is, Brian Weber. Do you like that?
That's pretty cute.
That's pretty cute, right? And then the washi tape, well, I didn't glue that down. Just that was very rough on the back. But let's, here we go. There's the back. It's rough.
Some scissors can't
Yeah.
fix.
And so then you guys, then that just shows you that you can add, you know, that's a little bow. So you guys, these little bows are so cute. By the way, I love adding these to cards because I like dimensional cards. So let's pretend that this is a card you're going to give somebody and you put that little dimensional bow on it and they're like, thank you. How cute is that, right? I think that's cute.
Very well thought.
Yes.
Customized.
Yeah, and by the way, you could totally do all of these with ribbon, but I decided to focus on paper today. Okay, so now who wants to do the other one? Okay, here we go. Brian, do not steal my bows because I know they're super cute. He's probably thinking, what bows do I want?
All kinds of uses
Yeah,
for those.
but these are so cute. Make your own little little cards for people, you know, and add these to different things, and I love it. Okay, so this one here is just a little bit different method, and this is a very, very dimensional. I'll show this from the side. This is a very dimensional bow, and these are very similar in how we make these. So you can kind of decide what size, everything you want to do. Okay, so we're going to make these. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take your paper. And it's really up to you what paper you want to use. I'm going to use, I think I'm just going to use this. So this is a Christmas paper, and on the back side, it's got the, this is called Christmas Story. I love this pattern. I thought this would be really pretty, especially on like a white package or something, or a white package present, but the red bows. And so what I do is I'm just going to take off the bottom of my paper. Now, and what I do, now this is completely, you know, how I do it. You can do it anyway. You can decide how thick you want your bow, basically layers to be. And so this is a little thicker. I did these a little thicker. This one I wanted to show that I did some of these a little thinner. So keep that in mind. Even though I do mine a certain size, you can decide which size you want. So if you want them to be a little thicker, what I did is I'm going to use my trimmer, and I would go about 1/2 inch. So if you want a thicker flower, about, you know, 1/2 inch. You could even do them a little bit bigger. But the key is do most, if not all. Oh, I did that one a little thinner. Okay, I'm not even listening to myself there. Here, let me go back and make sure I do 1/2 inch. There we go. There's 1/2 inch. I was fibbing you. So, but you guys, if you want it thinner, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out 8 of that size. So whatever size you decide to do, like I'm going to do 1/2 inch on here. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. And I decided to do this on air just to show you, you know. So I've got 4, and these are 1/2 inch by 12. I'm actually going to cut this down because I don't want, I'm going to make this a little smaller like this one. Okay, so let's go ahead and do 4 more. 1, 2, 3. They're like, Teresa, are you counting? And I'm like, yeah. So this is literally how I craft. I count to myself. I talk to myself. That's me, you guys. It's so funny. So then take out 4. These are going to be like your base because I want these to be bigger. And then these are going to be the ones that are a little bit smaller. So I'm going to set those to the side. So for this one right here, these are going to be my larger. But I decided I didn't quite want to keep these all to be, you know, as large as this. So if you want a 6 inch wide, you would then just keep them just like this. But for me, I want them to be a little bit smaller. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to visually just cut off. What? You're so crazy. So this is, I cut off about 2 inches. Yes, 2 inches. And that's just me. You guys, as you play with these, there's no rules. So then what I do is I take all 4 of these pieces, and you're going to fold them in half. And you can decide which side you, like if I was making a Christmas bow, look how pretty this is. You can decide which side you want to be your bow, if that makes sense. And I can't decide because which side should I do, Brian? Should I do the white with pink dots, or should I do my pretty,
I like the dots.
You like the dots? You like the dots, okay. He likes the dots, you guys. Okay, here we go. So you fold these in half, and just like we did the other one, and to make it really fast, I am going to be stapling these. You could glue these like I showed you on the first video, or you can and I like to slightly overlap this bow. And then I'm just going to take it, and I'm going to take my, here we go, my stapler. Thank goodness. And I like to do an X. That's just me. I like to do an X on these big ones. And there you go. So you're going to make 4 of these. You're just going to take those in the center. And this, especially for doing this so that you're not sitting there watching me glue like all these together. You're like, okay, so there's the second one. I'll just put that there. Brian, does this make you want to create flowers with me?
To be honest with you, sometimes, yeah, it's like really cool.
Yeah.
It's like therapeutic.
Yeah. You know, and honestly, it's just like one of those things like that's why I'm such a big advocate of letting the younger generation do this, because I feel like it's nothing they teach you in school, you know, and and I think it's almost like a lost art form is paper crafting and paper DIY. Okay, so now we have 4 of these, you guys. Now what I want to do is I'm going to take 4 more, and instead of doing 2 inches off, I'm going to do this one where it's 3 inches off. So I'm going to just because I want to make sure that this one is smaller, because it's kind of like, as you can see, it's bigger going to smaller. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to go up to 3. And again, did I measure? I just roughly measured. So these are, I did 3 inches off of this one, okay? So, and I'm going to do the exact same thing again. I'm going to fold these in half, because then you know exactly where the center are. You're going to do this on all 4 pieces. Oh, I guess I decided this is going to be the side, because I just realized, I was like, okay, how did I do that? Here we go. And we're going to do this again on all of these. And then here we go. We're going to take it and we're going to fold it in the center. Stapler. I don't miss, you know, what I love about the gold stapler is, I'm telling you, other than my husband, oh, and I even messed up on that one. But that's okay. So this is a little bit smaller. You can kind of see, we're going to do all 4 of these. It just makes it faster, you know, and like, and if you have the mobility and you have the, you know, this is just one of those that you can like slide it in. And I do like that, because if you're going to, you sometimes need that to be able to go into things. This is the gold one I did with Fiskars. I mean with, with Fiskars. I don't even know what I was saying there.
Fiskars it is.
Fiskars. Fiskars. We love Fiskars. They've got great stuff. Okay, here we go. So there we got this. And I, you know, sometimes you can make those look really good. Here we go. I'm going to fold this down. Hopefully you can see, basically I'm doing this in a loop to loop, so you can see that. And then I'm going to slide my stapler in, and I'm just going to go there to side. And, you know, and I'm not trying, like, obviously I'm just trying to be really fast on air here. So now you've got 8 of these. And then what I like to do is all of these little pieces here, we're going to use these to create the center. All these little pieces that you cut off, we're going to use these to create the center of our flower. So hold on to that, just so you know. So what you're going to do, and I'm going to do this very fast so that you're not having to, you know, wait. I'm just going to do glue stick on this, but to be honest, like I told you, this isn't my favorite way to do it. You certainly can. We're going to just take it, and what you're going to do is you're going to put it like, and you know what? I'm not, you guys. My paper is too thick for this. Let's just be honest. This is not going to work well. My papers are really thick and yummy, so it's not going to work well with this. So I'm going to take that back. I'm just going to use my double-sided tape, because I don't want my bow coming apart. And as you're watching this, you're going. So what I do is I take it, and I'm going to do piece by piece here to show you. So you put one piece down, and then you're going to take the next piece, and you're going to like, it's like a, kind of like a cross, okay? So we got a cross going, and then the next piece, big piece, I should say, you're going to take another piece of your, and I like to put it on the back side of this, and I'm going to take that, and then I go across. So now we've got a cross, and now we're going to use our next big one. Do we have any questions, babe? Hopefully I'm making sense. I'm sure a lot of people have made these for years and probably are like, okay, this is so simple. Why are you showing us how to do this? But I guess I'll show you just how I do it. Okay, so then we have, look how cute this is, you guys. Look at that. Isn't that cute? So, I mean, literally you could be done now if you wanted to, but I really, really, really like the layered look on here. So I'm going to keep going. So this is a little bit smaller. So, and you're going to just repeat exactly what I showed you. Brian, why are you looking at my flowers?
Because I'm just admiring my bow.
Are you admiring my bow?
Fancy
So
little
I'm putting,
centerpiece.
I just put the, and so yes, can you just say, I spend a lot of money on adhesive. Oh, this one goes here. Okay, I do a lot of money on adhesive because I don't want my projects coming apart, you guys. So that's just, that's how it is. So I'm going to keep adding here. You guys could be, at any time, you could be like, oh, I'm done. That's enough. This is too big. This is, because there's no rules. But I did 4 more that were a little bit smaller. I'm trying to get this red line tape off. Okay, come on, there we go. And then I'm just, again, I'm just going across, and then I'm just kind of making this all go up. And now that I see this, I could keep adding, you know, and I'm actually I'm going to add all of them, you guys, because I'm going to do all 8 layers.
Girl.
I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I'm
Right.
going for it. What?
I said, go big or go home.
You
Go
are
already
so,
home.
we are home, honey. You're so funny. So I'm going to go across, and then I'm going to do one more across. And you guys, this is a big bow. This is a big bow.
I like big bows, and I cannot lie.
You do like big bows? Brian Weber, you are just kind of crazy. If you're watching this, what if this, when this goes on YouTube, people are probably like, why, okay, so this is very, very thick, you guys. This is a really pretty bow, right? So let me just show you the side. Now, how do I do the center to make it look really fun? Now, if you want to, you could, at this point, you could like, yeah, I'm going to show them how to do it. Okay, so now, how do I do the center? And I won't do all of them because I know you don't want to sit here and watch me make these curls, but it's so simple how you do it, you guys. So you're just going to take your double-sided tape. This is very much so like what I showed you how to do the other day. So you're going to take it, you're going to put glue on one side, and you're going to take it and you're going to roll it. Now, this is going to try to keep it, if you can, as tight and as circular as you can, okay? Now, and so I've got this going, and then once I've got this, I like to take it, and I use my hands, you guys, and I go, and I pinch it, because this isn't very circular right now. Here we go. I need some help here. This is thick paper. The struggle's real. Okay, there we got it. Now I'm getting it in a circle, you guys. They're like, Teresa, are you kidding? So I try to get it into a circle here. Okay, here we go. So you can see, you're going to make these little circle things. And then a lot of times they come undone a little bit like this, and I don't hate it. I don't hate it. So, or I then will do more, you guys, but I do them all at different tightness. That's a good word to say. So for example, I'm going to show you this one. I don't do this one as tight because this one's pretty tight, you guys. So I'm going to hold that up. And then this one, I'm going to do a lot looser, you guys, because then I've got like almost like a thicker one. So I'm going to kind of show you what I'm doing here. I'm rolling up another piece. Whoops. Look at that. Can you guys see how this is a little bit thicker right there? Okay, because variety is really good for this part. So I'm going to do one more, and then I will show you how to do the other. So if you're still watching, thank you. If you're very bored here, I'm going to blame it on Brian. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Look how, like, this is how I do it. That's so ski-wampus.
Hey, it works.
I always say that, ski-wampus. That means, I don't know why I say that, but I do. And so, yeah. And by the way, you could do any side on these that you want. Like I could have done, it's really up to you to decide what you want to do. So this is Glossy Accents. I love Glossy Accents by Ranger. Okay, they're like, she is, yeah. So what I do, guys, you could glue this if you want, not me. Oh, come on. This is why you should always keep a little pin. Come on. This struggle is real. Come on. Okay, so when that happens, and no, because I'm just like, I'm in a hurry. We don't have time for this not to work. Oh, there we go. Okay, look, guys, did I put a lot in there? Absolutely. Am I kind of crazy? Yes. So you're just going to take that, and here's the thing. You put these on top, and then I add them, and I add them, and I add them. And by the way, it needs more. Now, just so you know, oh gosh, they're all falling over. You're like, Teresa. So normally in the perfect world, I would sit here and I'm going to hold this to set this in place. And because this dry, once it's dry, you guys, if you don't have this dry, this clear glossy, it's a glue that dries clear, and it also will do dimensional. Like this is my go-to. I always have this. I've always loved it. And just so you know, like I'm going to allow that just to, I held that down, but it's going to take some time to dry. It dries pretty quick here in Utah because we're a very dry, what do you want to call it, babe? We are a dry climate. If you're in Texas, oh my gosh, I've taught classes there, and I'm not even kidding. I thought it was never going to dry. So on this, I'm going to cut a couple more strips that are not as big. These are maybe a 1/4 inch. And am I actually measuring these? A little bit, but not really, because I like the variety, and I'm just doing the back pieces that go on your flower. So I'm just going to do 4 for now. And I take these because I want these to have like the little pieces here. And so what I do with these is I take one end, and I like to take my scissors and I just kind of go up in that V, so if you can see that, it looks like a V. And I do it very randomly. I don't even want that to be, what's the word for it? I don't even want it to be even, because that's just me. I like it to look like, the That's just kind of how I am. So then I take it and I kind of visually go, okay, I want it right there. So then I would put my adhesive right here, my double-sided adhesive, and I visually then put it right on top and I go, okay, I think I want it right here, which I can tell I do. And then I'm gonna press this down. Now, by the way, I would wait till this was all dry. I'm just showing this for purposes of doing this to show you. And then on the opposite side, I'm gonna take it and I'm just going to cut it so that it has this like little ribbon that's going across. And you're gonna do that all through the back. You're gonna allow this to dry if you like that. And then you can see, so you're just gonna crisscross. I did 1, 2, 3, 4 on my back side. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. And that is how you create this bow. Now, the only difference in this center here and this center, and I'm gonna show you how to do that, is instead of, you know, rolling up stuff, you're gonna take this and you would take your piece just like this, and I cut a piece, and by the way, I like it to be very random. I don't do all the same sizes. Then I would take my my piece here, and I'm going to put on one end the double-sided tape, and then I'm going to take this and I'm going to overlap these, and you can see I've glued it together. You're going to glue it together like it is and don't worry about this, is a circle. So basically a little circle. And then you're going to take it and you're going to get some more adhesive. You could also do the wet adhesive. There's no rules if you want to continue doing the wet adhesive. But because I want to show you how to add the circle, maybe you want to do both on your project. I'm just going to take this. I've got adhesive here. I've got a circle ring now. And you're going to take this and you're going to go, okay, I want to add a circle right here in the center. So then I could then, and I know this looks a little different because but that's how you would add the small circles. And again, you can just add those to the center of your flowers. And so that's how you kind of do that. And that is how you do it, guys. So you guys, that is your DIY bow class.
I'll be making bows all night.
I don't think you are. I don't think you are. Good.
I won't be.
So if you have any questions, anything, you know, like for example, if you accidentally buy 4 project kits, just
I can take
Brian at Teresa Collins Studio can always help you. Okay? Right, babe?
Yep.
Love you guys.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.